This is Lord Rick of the Paranormal and Ghost Society, and tonight is a very odd night, and I'm going to explain to you why. Okay, it's February 3rd of 2014, and normally, you see the object, you can see my truck, you can see a house, and you can see an object high in the sky. Now, the object is very high, but it's much closer. And if you look, I'm going to point something out. I'm going to show you guys something.
Oh, got the cat again.
There's a plane that's jetting across the sky. And it really just, it's just a little blip. But it doesn't really change many colors. Now we're going to take the UFO. We have the telescope on it. We also have a laser light. And you can see, normally the UFO appears to the left, just above the garage, to the house to the left, just a little above the horizon, low to the hills. But tonight, it's about 20,000 feet up, but it's very close to my house.
I got it on.
Do you?
Yeah.
It's not even shaped round. It's got a weird shape on the bottom. Like it's got slits. Anyways, I'm going to shine a laser light. Hand me the gun. Hand me the laser light gun. And we're going to see if we can get this thing to communicate with us.
Yeah.
Here. Do you see it in your telescope?
Yeah.
Do you see it? What's it doing?
It's just, it's weird. It's like a white circle.
I'm shining a laser onto the object. Whether the laser's reaching, let me know when I shine it. Let me know if you notice a different pattern, okay? Do you see multiple colors when you're looking in the telescope?
I just lost it. You lost it.
I'll back up, sorry. Line it up with your red thing or your little scope.
Yeah.
And you could see that the airplane was kind of zipping from right to left. You could see it was moving to the left. This object is just hovering high in the sky. It's not even over Indian Valley Ranch. It's over actually. It's more over the Carson range almost. I would say where the object is right now.
Let's go. I can name it on. Yeah. I got that laser on that UFO.
You got it on there?
Yeah.
Let's see if we get a different reaction from it. If it is an intelligent object, it will react to the lasers. It pulsates in and out, white and black, all the way to blue. It's flashing very quickly tonight. It's pulsating much quicker, and again, that may have to do with ascension. The object appears to be sending higher and higher, not lower towards the horizon of the ground. Dogs aren't barking either. Maybe it's too high so they don't hear the sound that it gives off. What's interesting is that every time I film these lights in the rural Nevada skies, I've noticed that they've been in different positions in the sky. They're not always over the same area. They could be over different peaks and wilderness areas. I recently had a report come out of Dayton, Nevada, which is about 30 miles from here. Oh, see, it's moving in closer. And the woman told me her grandchildren seen a very large metallic ship just outside of Dayton, Nevada, which is another rural Nevada town. And a lot of reports come out of Fernley and Dayton.
I got it on.
I'm going to take a look in the telescope. Do you think if my camera can look at it in there?
Well, I'm not sure.
Were you? Oh, yeah. Let's see if I can get it. Try. This is looking through a telescope.
Maybe it's zoom on.
No, I seen it. It appeared and then it was gone.
Yeah.
Now I can't get it anymore. You may want to tighten it so it doesn't, it's off again.
Yeah.
Just fix
I'll
it.
tighten it.
Fix it and tighten it. I can see it in my lens, in my camera.
Yeah.
Anyways, you can see the object is much higher. Generally, it's below the tree, just above the garage. A lot of times it's at, 7,000, 8,000 feet. But tonight, I estimate the object to be about, it's at least, just looking at it, I got it zoomed all the way out. I know that even there's mountains here that are 12,000 feet, and that's way above them. So I would say anywhere from 18 to 20,000 feet the object is. And it's very close. Obviously, it's much closer because you guys have been able to see, I've been able to get some really nice close-ups of the object. And we also have a laser. We also have a telescope. Do you got it?
I'm going to tighten it.
Okay. We're going to try to look at it through, I'm going to actually attach my camera to the telescope, and I'm going to give you guys a really close-up view of this object. We're trying to do new experiments with these foreign objects in our skies. Since rural Nevada has been the scene for the last 2 months of lights in the sky, we're slowly following this case, and we're doing different experiments with lasers and telescopes and other high-tech equipment. Some very odd things looking. When you look at this object, you can see something's odd about it. If you look at the lower portion of the object, it does not look spherical. It actually looks like it has machinery or some other parts at the bottom of it. And there's lines throughout the bottom. So it may not be a completely spherical object. Did you get it yet?
I lost it.
Line your laser with it. The object's coming closer to us. Since we had pointed a laser at it, it's coming closer, but the problem we're having is that it's also ascending much higher. And you can tell, because if you look, here's my truck and here's the object. And even zoomed out, you can see it's such a bright object in the sky. Even though there's a street light, the object, it speaks for itself. Anyways, this is Lord Brick of the Paranormal Ghost Society. You can check us out at www.paranormalghostsociety.org. We'll be releasing a whole shitload of UFO files in the near future. We will open up our case to the public, and the public's going to be pretty impressed with our finds. And, when you have undeniable proof that these UFOs are real, whether they're government craft or alien craft, it speaks volumes. That thing's really moving.
Yeah.
It's trippy. There's something rotating within it.
Right, I got it.
You got it? Okay. Here's what we're going to do. You tightened it?
Yeah.
Make sure it's tight. Okay, here's what we're going to do, folks. I'm going to put my camera up into the telescope. It's big enough to hold my lens.
Okay.
Here, you try to point the laser at it,
Alright.
and I'm going to hook up the camera to... This is looking at it in a telescope.
Can you see it?
I had it, now I don't see it. I don't see it again. It's like it moved. Keep trying, man. I had it for about 3 seconds and then it moved. I think the object's moving higher. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Anyways, I was only able to film the object in the telescope for 3 seconds and it moved. It keeps moving. Okay. This is the object inside the telescope. Very steady. We don't have the highest magnification either in the telescope. There you go.
Oh, cats.
It's a saucer-like object. It's in the telescope, man. Look, it's a saucer.
Yeah.
It's more pancake-like and flat when you view it in high magnification. Definitely out of this world. Try to shine the laser, see if we can get this thing to jet off or move.
Right.
It's not a star or planet. We have it on low magnification right now, and you can see it's still giving off colors, but you can also see that it's not a spherical shaped object. It's more triangular, maybe saucer shaped. That's because, see, it looks like a triangle right there. Anyways, I'm going to go back up and show you. It's a new experiment we're doing. Look at it. It looks more like a saucer
Yeah.
or like a triangle. It does not look like it's spherical. When you look in a telescope, you know, the telescope, when you look up close, you can see that the object is not orb-like, spherical in any way, that it's actually indeed either triangular shaped or possibly saucer-like. For the few seconds that I had gotten it, you could see it was saucer shaped or disc shaped. I'm going to put it again up to the telescope. It's rising high in the sky. This thing's going to be gone soon. I've never seen it this high in the sky. This is the highest I filmed an object in the sky out here in Nevada so far. I mean, this is obviously, you know, this is pushing the boundaries of space soon. Do you see it? It moved. We're having a real hard time keeping it in the telescope, which means it's moving. And the strange thing is, if you look, now again, here's my truck. The object is getting higher and higher in the sky. It's ascending. And when it ascends, it seems to give off rapid variations of color and pulsations. This is what we've learned from filming this type of object. And even though each one is different in their own making, you know, each one we film has different patterns, different colors. They're all basically unknown, unidentified flying objects. And every sighting is important. Has to be a massive object. Considering the zoom I'm in right now, and how bright it is. Look how quick it's flashing. 6 colors a second. Does not belong in our skies. Jared, adjust it one more time for me. I'm going to get more footage of the telescope. Jared's adjusting the telescope right now. He's getting pretty good with using it. You can see the telescope pointing up at the object. You know what's really strange?
Yeah.
Is you could sit here and say, oh, it's a star or planet, but that's the only object bright in the skies. Tonight's very foggy and cloudy, and this object is so bright that it's appearing through the clouds, besides the airplane that went over the Sierra foothills. This object here, though, again, this is kind of over Indian Ranch, but it's kind of not Indian Valley Ranch. It's more off to the right of it, so I would say it's gracing the edge of the Sierras. Okay, let's do this. The hell, there it is. Through the telescope. This is zoomed in, and this is magnified by via telescope. This is what it looks like in the telescope. See, it's a triangular craft, or a boomerang type of craft, it looks like.
Oh my god. The cat's annoying. Shut up.
Damn, I lost it again. Anyways, everybody, you got to see a little bit of footage. It's very hard to keep it in the lens, the camera. What I do is I put the lens into the telescope, and the object is moving at such a high rate of speed that I can only view it for maybe 3 to 5 seconds, and then the object disappears off the telescope's radar. It's obvious that the object is moving out of line because when I have it on the telescope, I see it for a few seconds. But when you look at it in the telescope, when I zoom in on the telescope, you can see the object is actually boomerang shaped, possibly disc shaped, maybe triangular. Not, maybe a saucer, but it's definitely not a round ball like we had perceived it to be. When you look in the telescope, you can see an entirely different look to the object. Anyways, this is Lord Rick. It's February 3rd of 2014. Another light show in the Nevada skies. You see that red light? Is that you?
Yeah.
See if you can hit it. Like, use your sight and aim exactly on the object. That's why I wore my house slippers. The cats are going nuts, man.